What's up, everybody? You tuned in to episode 2 of Cliff Notes Sports Radio web show. Or should I just say web show? Anyway, I'm going to tackle everything going on in the sports world. Or should I say foul? It's either going to be tackle or foul. I don't know. It's just a lot of confusion going on right now. But I just want to remind everybody that if you like these sports videos, click the like button down below. And if you like previous videos or you want to see more videos, just go ahead and click subscribe down there. I'm going to later do giveaways, stuff like that. Maybe get some stuff printed on some shirts. You never know. Maybe get like @_Cliff Notes, something like that. I just want to remind everybody that my Twitter is @_Cliff Notes with a Z. And that's also my Instagram. And then my Wordpress, my written blog that I do, Cliff Notes with a 0, that y'all can remember. I'm going to have those links down there, but it's Cliff Notes with a 0 in front of the notes. And it's just going to be cliffnotes.wordpress.com. But I just wanted to remind everybody that. And without further ado, it's Cliff Notes signing in.
I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration that made ladies sing the blues. I'm the spark that makes your idea bright. The same spark that lights the dark so that you can know your left from your right. I am the ballad in your box, the bullet in the gun, the inner glow that let you know to call your brother son. The story that just begun, the promise of what's to come. And I'ma remain a soldier till the war is won. Chop, chop, chop. Flip. Chop, chop, chop. Go flip. Chop, chop, chop. Go flip. Chop, chop, chop.
That song always get me to fight the power move. I don't know why. The NBA draft lottery was held this past Tuesday. And for all my viewers that don't know how it works, I don't know how it works. For me, it's just a bunch of ping pong balls and percentages, and there's 1,000 percentages on who gonna get what pick. But basically, it's the NBA putting on a 30-minute show that can be done in 7 minutes, but it's basically showing that the worst 14 teams in the NBA record-wise, where they're gonna go in this upcoming June 22nd NBA draft. So that's all it is, basically, in my eyes, and that's all that the viewers really get. I mean, the NBA do a great job of doing that. They basically put a 30-minute show on that can be done in 7 minutes, all because they want to get more viewers for that Western Conference Finals game that Kawhi got hurt for. So it's really no point even watching it. So it really just lined up for the NBA. They didn't even really have to do any promoting. And also it was a bunch of storylines behind all of those draft picks and where everybody was going in this, where everybody was getting picked in June 22nd's draft. So, but the NBA, I just wanted to say the NBA does a great job at that marketing wise and where they're going to put, where certain shows are going to happen and how they do it. Because like I said, it could have been done in 7 minutes. But for the previous minutes of that show, we were just watching them interview the kids and the prospects that was going to be there for really no reason, because we don't care about that. We didn't want to see that. So like I said, there was a lot of storylines behind this draft lottery. Storylines as in, will the Lakers keep their pick? Will their pick drop out of the top 3? And will it go to the Sixers? Will the Sixers have 2 picks in this upcoming draft? And if they don't get the Lakers pick, are the Sacramento Kings pick, is that going to be so bad that the Sixers get to swap with their pick? And then also, will the Boston Celtics still keep the number 1 pick after getting it from Brooklyn? So there was just a lot of storylines behind this draft lottery that a lot of people were tuned in for. So like I said, the NBA does a great job of marketing. I don't know if they really needed to do anything for this particular one just because of the storylines behind it, but it was a great job by the NBA. So throughout all the draft simulators, throughout all the fake mock drafts, we now know the order of the NBA draft. So those main storylines stayed true. You got the Lakers, they kept their top 3 pick, which jumped up to number 2. The Sixers actually swapped with the Kings when the Kings found out that they weren't getting the 8th pick. Well, no, actually, when another team got the 8th pick, and then the Kings, we automatically knew that they jumped into the top 3. But this all goes back to those percentages and projections, and I don't know how it worked. When the 8th pick got selected, then everybody knew the Kings would jump into the top 3 and that the Sixers would swap. But basically, those main storylines stayed, truthful. Now, what I wanted to do on today's show was do my own mock draft of the top 5 teams that was going to select in this NBA draft, because anything more than that was just going to take too long. So that's basically what I'm going to do. So today I'm going to do a top 5 mock draft of who I think these teams should pick in their top 5. With the first overall pick in the 2017 NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Josh Jackson, forward out of Kansas University. Jackson averaged 16.3 points per game, 7.4 rebounds, and 3 assists while at Kansas University. He could easily be plugged in with the Boston Celtics here because of his defensive versatility and his ability to guard bigger wings on the outside. With his 6'8 frame and 6'10 wingspan, he can definitely guard the bigger wings that the Celtics need him to guard. You see they're having a problem with LeBron James and all those big wings right now. You can easily plug Jackson in next to Isaiah Thomas and Avery Bradley. So now you don't have to move Avery Bradley just to get a 2 where you'll put Markelle Fultz in at this number 1 position. And what I mean by defensive versatility is you can put Jackson up against a 2, a 3, or a 4. And Jackson can also play the 2, 3, or 4 position on the offensive side of the ball. Jackson averaged 1.7 steals and 1 block per game back at Kansas. So he's a really good defensive player. And then when you put him in that situation with the Boston Celtics, Isaiah Thomas is not the prototypical defensive guard. And that's not his fault. He's 5'6". So what can you really do? But now that you have 2 help defenders and Avery Bradley and Josh Jackson behind them with Al Horford controlling that back line, you got a pretty good defensive team. And Josh Jackson can definitely produce on the offensive side of the ball. Now, his downfall is that he can't really shoot. A lot of people say he can't shoot. He shot 37% from the three-point line last season at Kansas, but that's because it was only on 2 attempts per game. Now, it's not his fault. He just doesn't have the confidence to shoot from the outside. But what can you really do? His jump shot isn't broke, so you can really fix that in the future. And that's really his only downfall. Like I said, his defensive versatility, his ability to slash and get to the lane, his ability to post up offensive players. And you have to remember that Jackson wasn't the focal point in that Kansas offense last year. It was really Frank Jackson. So when you have a player that can move off the ball and doesn't have to be the focal point of your offense, when you already have a focal point in your offense in Isaiah Thomas, now that's a really good player that you can plug in. Not saying that Jackson's going to be a future star, but he's definitely going to be a piece that you can plug in, and he's definitely going to produce for you for years to come. So you really don't have a problem with working Jackson into that lineup. Another pick that the Celtics could take here, which everybody thinks they will take, is Markelle Fultz. While he does fit with Isaiah Thomas, but they already have their point guard in the future in Isaiah Thomas. So really pairing them together doesn't really make sense, even though Fultz can move off the ball. But when you already have a focal point in your offense, like I said, Jackson is not. He doesn't have to be the focal point, and he can still produce. And I think you have to take Jackson here. And he's one of the most highly touted, if not the most highly touted prospect in this draft, just because of his versatility. So that's just my thoughts on who the Celtics will select at the number 1 position. With the second overall pick in the 2017 NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Lonzo Ball, point guard out of UCLA. I'm pretty sure everybody knew this was coming, especially since Lonzo Ball's dad, LeVar, has just been talking about him going to the Lakers since basically Lonzo has been at UCLA. But Lonzo averaged 14.6 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 7.6 assists in his lone season at UCLA. The Lakers could finally get their pure point guard that they've been looking for, who they thought they were going to get in D'Angelo Russell. But now you can move D'Angelo Russell over to the 2 where he thrived last season, and now you have Lonzo Ball as your pure point guard. He's basically going to be able to get all those players that the Lakers were hoping to grow and have that max potential in the young roster that they have. You can all get them into their position. So now you have D'Angelo Russell at the 2, you have Julius Randle, and then you have Brandon Ingram. You can get all those players in their perfect positions, even with Jordan Clarkson probably coming off the bench. But Lonzo Ball is a perfect fit in that run and gun situation that he was born into when he was at UCLA. Now, Lonzo Ball is going to have to get better at his pick and roll defense and his individual one-on-one defense. But everything on the offensive side of the ball, this is a perfect match made in heaven for the Lakers. They have a player who can get all their young stars into the perfect positions while grooming a young star in Lonzo Ball. And he's a player that's able to knock down an open 3 when needed and get a basket when needed. So this is a perfect fit for the Los Angeles Lakers and something that they definitely need going into this new Magic Johnson era. With the 3rd overall pick in the NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Markelle Fultz, point guard from Washington. Yeah, y'all can already see I got my Sixers shirt on. This is the pick everybody wanted. I don't know if everybody can see it. It's Ben Simmons with the Raise the Cat hat and the Joel Embiid shirt. But y'all all knew. This is the pick everybody wanted. Everybody wanted Markelle Fultz. If you was a Sixers fan, this is mainly what you wanted since that draft lottery happened last Tuesday. A lot of people think we're going to get Josh Jackson. I personally think that the Celtics is going to take Jackson and the Fultz is going to fall to us. This is a match made in heaven. Just think about it. All the stuff we've been through, the basketball gods are rewarding us. I just need everybody to know that. Fultz is a 6'4" point guard who averaged 23.2 points per game, 5.7 rebounds, and 5.9 assists, with 47% shooting from the field at his lone season at Washington. He has the ability to score from the outside, the mid-range, and the ability to finish at the rim. And it seems like a perfect fit for the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, Fultz will be a great pick for the Philadelphia 76ers because he can work in that system. He can move off the ball since Ben Simmons is going to be our full-time point guard. And he also has the ball handling ability to give Ben Simmons a spell so he doesn't have to bring the ball up every single possession on the court. He's also a threat off the ball and on the ball. So that's a perfect situation for the Sixers. While Ben Simmons isn't aggressive, Markelle Fultz is aggressive. So when Markelle Fultz has the ball, he'll be able to break you down. He can score at any point on the court. And Ben Simmons can always feed him for a dime since he works so well off the ball. So this is just like a match made in heaven for Sixers fans. And this is the pick that I hope we get. And I really think this is Markelle Fultz will drop to us at number 3. Now, Markelle Fultz's problem is that he is a little bit of a liability on defense. But I think that's mainly because his team was so terrible. He really just didn't feel like playing defense. I think he'll be a perfect fit for this team coming into to the Sixers once we draft him or if we draft him. And I think he's a perfect spot here at number 3 for the Sixers to select them. With the 4th overall pick in the 2017 NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select Jayson Tatum, forward from Duke University. Tatum is a 6'8" combo forward who averaged 16.8 points per game, 7.1 rebounds, and 2.1 assists while he was back at Duke. Now, he did start off his Duke season injured, and he struggled when he came back. But then, as the season went on, he started to look like the top 5 pick that we all knew that he would become. Now, Tatum is a great isolation player. He can take opposing wings down into the post, and he can also use his strength to create separation to launch mid-range jumpers. Now, in isolation and mid-range jumpers, he also shoots 40% clip from the field, which is great for the Suns because they need somebody to pair with Devin Booker, and they have a glut of point guard, so they wouldn't take one here. They have Eric Bledsoe, who will start at the point guard, and then Devin Booker, who will start at the 2, and they definitely need a wing who can contribute from the outside and can use his strength defensively. Tatum would be a great pick here because now you can pair him with Booker and Bledsoe, and he's also going to contribute on defense like you need ever since they lost PJ Tucker to the Raptors. So he's a great pick here. He makes plays in the passing lane. He's a great help defender. He also averaged, I think, 1.1 block and 1.3 steals while he was at Duke. So he's a great defender. He's somebody the Suns really need because they need scoring off that wing, and Tatum can provide it. Now, Bledsoe and Booker can't do all the scoring for the Suns next season, as we've seen. And now they have a glut of big men and a glut of guards. So they definitely need wing players to come in. And I think Jayson Tatum will fit perfectly in here. And the Suns could maybe finally make that push towards the playoffs. With the last and final pick of the Cliff Notes Top 5 2017 NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Darren Fox, point guard, out of University of Kentucky. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. The Sacramento Kings could literally take anybody in the draft at this position, and it's going to make them better. They have nobody. I don't even know who's on that roster anymore except for Willie Cauley-Stein and Buddy Hield. Is Darren Collison still their point guard? I don't know. It seems like I should know that type of stuff, right? But it's the Kings. Nobody knows. You can't tell me the Kings starting 5 without going to look at their roster. Nobody can. And if you can, you're lying. I guarantee you're lying. Nobody knows. Now, Fox is a 6'3" point guard who averaged 16.7 points per game, 3.9 rebounds, and 4.7 assists while he was in college. He also shot 47% from the field while he was in college. Now, going to an offense with the Sacramento Kings where you have Buddy Hield and you got Willie Cauley-Stein, he should thrive. But nothing thrives in Sacramento, so we just hoping for the best for my man Darren Fox. And he's a great player, so I'm hoping for the best. So this is all going off of projections. Now, Fox is a very quick, very strong, very fast point guard. He's really drawn comparisons to the NBA point guard star John Wall. And they're probably saying he's going to become John Wall in the next 3 to 4 years, but we're just going off what his rookie year is going to look like and how he's going to pair up on that Kings offense. Now, he does have shooters on his side, like I said, and Buddy Hield and whoever else is on the wing for the Sacramento Kings. Like I said, you can't name that starting 5. Now, his ability to manipulate the pick and roll and his ability to score is great. His only downfall is, like I said, with the same with Josh Jackson, is he really can't score from the outside. Now, he shot a lot of threes in high school, and he made threes in high school. He could shoot in high school. So in college, he just didn't take threes. But Fox would be a very good prospect for this Sacramento Kings team as they're rebuilding after trading Boogie Cousins. So fitting him with, like I said, a shooter when Buddy Hield and Darren Fox's ability to score, I think that'll be a great tandem that can pair up for the Sacramento Kings. Well, that's my top 5 mock draft of who I think all these teams should pick in the upcoming NBA draft on June 22nd. I just want to let everybody know to subscribe and like to this channel. Just like everything down below. Like I said at the beginning of the video, like everything down below with the little thumbs up. And also I need y'all to subscribe. Now when y'all see me post this video on Twitter and Instagram, like it and retweet it. I'm tired of y'all not retweeting my stuff and then commenting on it. And also, if y'all have anything to dispute about this video or anything I said, just add it in the comments. I just want to argue with all y'all in the comments. Don't go on my Twitter. I need y'all to argue with me in the comments down below. Alright, just want to thank everybody for doing this video. Producer Tom, he over there. Y'all can't see him right now. But, shout out to everybody doing this video. This is Cliff Notes, episode 2. And it's me signing out. Oh, hey, I almost caught it this time.